What is going on, guys? So today I'm going to be talking about the top five things to basically buy and resell, and these are from all price categories. I'm gonna start doing this. I think it's super fun, and I mean I already do some, but let's get right into it. And by the way, all of these are some things I myself have done, or something that my friends have done. So I do know that you can make a profit on all of this stuff, right? But okay. So the first thing, right, we're going to be starting off small, and this is actually bikes. So not motorcycles or anything like that, but actual bicycles that, you pedal and stuff. So it's super easy actually, because you can go on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, KSL, all of that stuff, and you can type in just bikes, bicycles, and all of that. Then basically, they're going to pop up. And I'm not saying, try to get like the most expensive or cheapest one on there. Just look for one with like cosmetic that you can fix very easily, right? All it takes, new coat of paint on the bike, maybe a new seat, maybe a new wraps on the handlebars, stuff like that, right? Super inexpensive stuff, because let's be honest, good bikes, you can, $100, $200 right there. And if you can find one for around $30 to $40, it's actually super easy to do. Then you can get the tape that will last you for about a couple of bikes. To be honest, that's like $10 to $30. And then in your bike seat, right, you can get some for $20 to $50, and then get spray paint, stuff like that, whatever you want to paint it with, and you can paint the bike if you want to do it that way too. Just make sure that the tires are good, all of that stuff. So again, it takes a little bit of knowledge in the field. Super easy to learn, right? You can watch YouTube videos about bikes, or you can Google, good ways to fix up bikes, what has to work, all that stuff. Literally gonna take about 1 to 2 hours to learn that, and then from that point on you should be good, right? It's super easy, and cost isn't great to start, right? You can start with about $100, if not less, and very easily double your money. So the second thing, and this is kind of a more wide range of items, is actually just going to garage sales. So here's the thing. Garage sales, they're just kind of an easy way for people to get rid of their junk. Now, why are they doing it? That's just because, they've gone through their house, they've seen, oh, okay, I have this, mic, I have like this tiny wolf statue, by the way, if you want to get it, link is in the description down below. Oh, okay, I have this like water bottle, or like this poster, stuff like that, And then they just kind of toss it, and when they get new stuff, they replace it, and then they just kind of throw it in the garage, or, in the attic or stuff like that, and then they're trying to make room, and they're like, all right, let's just sell this, right? They don't take the time to then actually list it on eBay, because let's be real, most of the stuff at garage sales is junk. It really is, and there's not really much of a value. You might be buying it for 50 cents, and it might be worth $1. That, at that point, is not worth your time to basically then go buy and list it, sell it, and all that. However, there are stuff there, for example, like stuffed animals, right? Cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all of that fun jazz stuff, and like just toys, right? The amount of Hot Wheels I've gotten at garage sales and then been able to like sell on eBay for like $10 a piece, and I got the entire box of like 50 Hot Wheels for like $10, $20, and then each one is $5 to $10. That's $250 to basically $500 on the table, and then after you take into account fees and shipping times, it's not bad. But you can basically every Saturday, you can go to a garage sale, buy all this stuff and all of that, and then spend your Sundays listing it. And so every Saturday and Sunday, you can do that for a couple of hours. 4 hours on Saturday, 4 hours on Sunday. And then guess what? By the end of the week, have all the listings end by like Friday morning, and then, or like by Thursday, and then by Friday, ship all of it. So you're doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and if you do it well, you can honestly turn $100 into $500 to $1,000 almost every single week. And you do that, you can easily make $2,000 to $4,000, if not more, every single month just by going to garage sales. Now again, it does depend on your area. You got to take in a bunch of cost features, right? If you're really doing this as like a main job, and I know people that do this as a main job. You're right. You got to take into account gas costs. You got to take into account the depreciation value of your car when you drive the miles on that. You got to take into account, the shipping, the fee costs, all of that. But it's super easy. You just go on the eBay app. You go on sold listings, and then right then and there, you can basically see all the items that have sold. If you're looking at the garage sale, let's say you see the statue, right? You see, okay, they want $2 for it, right? And it's like, okay, bet. On eBay, it's selling right now for $9.99. Okay, great. So it's $10. Shipping would be $3, right? Let's say buyer pays shipping. Okay, great. So then after eBay's fees, you have $9. This costs you $2, off with a 1. You're walking away with an $8 profit. That's an 800% return. And honestly, to buy this, take pictures of it and list it would take you about 10 minutes. But again, I'm not including the drive time or any of that. So again, do account for that. This is just kind of an explanatory video on how to do this super easily. But yeah, going to garage sales, super great, fun weekend hobby. The next thing, this is, you can go to Trader Joe's, no, not Trader Joe's. You can go to TJ Maxx, that's it. TJ Maxx, and all of those stores, like I'm blanking on the names. But you can go get the shoes, right? Same thing with garage sales. You can go find shoes. Shoes are super cheap and very well to resell, right? Nikes, Air Force Ones, all of that is great stuff. TJ Maxx, Ross Dress for Less, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, all that, right? You can go shoes. Because again, people selling their stuff, I would say 90 to 95% are selling it to just get rid of it as fast as possible because they either need the money or they're just trying to make room and they just don't care enough, right? Then 5% of people are actually taking the time to buy it and list it for what it's actually, worth in a sense, or a little bit less, to basically get the most bang for their buck. And I hope you guys are part of the 5%, right, where you're buying other people's just because they're lazy. And we thrive on the laziness of other people here, right? We're basically, again, I get it. I've done garage sales. I've literally just thrown stuff on a garage sale because I'm like, I don't need this. It's going to be a hassle. And yeah, just sometimes comes down to that. But so shoes are a great place to do it. Again, also not too expensive. A little bit more expensive than the garage sales and the bikes. But again, you can sort with that too. So now we're getting into a little bit more of an expensive category. And you can do iPhones. iPhones are great for buying and reselling. My buddy, he's actually created, shout out to you, Joey. He's literally created an entire company, right? He graduated college. He was struggling through it. Let's be honest, you were. And, he graduated about 2 years ago at this point. And it's not working a 9 to 5. He's fully buying and reselling phones. And he's teaching people how to do the same thing. He sent me the entire document. I looked at it. I've done it. It worked out decently well. I've bought and resold some of my phones to him directly, just to cut out the process. Wasn't really for me. There wasn't too much profit. I'm better at cars. I know how to just do that better. But yeah, buying and reselling iPhones, Samsung, whatever, people do it. Just make sure, there's a bunch of rules. I would suggest hitting him up. His Instagram is Joe Thompson. You guys can just check my Instagram. I follow him, obviously. But yeah, good dude. So speaking of cars, that's the next category actually, and also the last one. So cars. I'm a huge car freaking fanatic. Now, before you're thinking oh, now we're at the $50,000 to $100,000 range. No, we're not. Right? You can get some good cars for around $1,000 to $1,500, and then you can scale up. Right? So here's the thing about cars. It's a lot easier that what I've noticed, compared to the iPhones, it's a lot easier to negotiate on cars because, I don't know, for me it's just been like that. But the best example I have, was the Range Rover. 2012, I ended up buying it from this guy, went on KSL, Salt Lake City, Utah. First off, I always go to newest listings, right? Because if it's been on there for a while, there's usually a reason. And I don't want that reason. I don't want to find out that reason, in a sense. So, fun story about this, right? There were about 4 Range Rovers I hit up that day. I just knew the car, that specific year model, very well. So, I hit him up. I was like, bet, you know what, I'll take the car. Let's do this much cash. He's like, okay, I'll accept that. He literally goes to, get the title, drives home with the car. Done. I don't know what happened, but he's like, hey, he literally came back in another car, and he's like, hey, I'm sorry. Something with the motor just blew. I'm not going to sell it to you. I literally can't even tow it. He's like, if you want, you can get a tow truck. I'll tow it for you. I'll give it to you. I think he knocked off basically half, right? I was going to pay him $6,000 or something. And he's like, I'll give it to you for $3,500 or something. I'm just like, I'm sorry. I don't know enough about, especially with the engine. I'm like, not worth it to me. So we go to the next dude. His wife was making him sell it. His wife was actually making him sell. Again, it's in 2012. It's 2022 now. This was back in 2021, August time. Right? So it's 9 years old. here's the thing, like, dude, I think he wanted the fair value on it on Kelley Blue Book, because I always look it up with the mileage and everything. It had about 160,000 miles on it. And basically the dude wanted, I think it was like $9,000, which was already a lot less. Sorry, I'm messing with my bandit. I cut my hand open. But it was already a lot less than, you know, what it's listed for. So I'm like, what's going on? And it literally just said, wife's making me sell it ASAP. First, right, it was listed 40 minutes ago. I hit him up right away. I said, yo, I can come check it out the next day. So we went, and, you know, it looked great, right? There wasn't really much with it. There was some warning lights on. My buddy came with me, right? He's very good at all this car maintenance and mechanical issues, which I'm not. And yeah, so he took a look at it. He said, hey, you know what? I can fix this, a couple $100. I'm like, sounds good. I'll make him an offer, right? And I'm like, all right, what's the low? You know, always ask first. What's the lowest you'd be willing to go? He's like, you know, this and this. I'm like, okay. I literally lowballed him. I'm like, I'll give you $5,000 cash for it right here, right now. I literally only had, like 6,500 or 7,000 with me, and that was just from the previous offer, so I couldn't even have given him the price he wanted to, anyways. But yeah, I'm like $5,000 cash, and he was like debating on it or something like that. Or no, I hit him with 4,500, yeah, and then he's like 5,000. I'm like, deal. I was like, deal. Like, I couldn't shake that man's hand fast enough. I'm like, done, deal. So I got the call for 5. And then here's the thing. Kelley Blue Book value was between 12 to 16,000. So, you know, already right there, that's $7,000 profit. Obviously, you take some off because stuff happens. But yeah, so I actually went out of town, and I didn't really have time to like make sure it's clean, fix all the issues, because me and my buddy, we needed to get out of town. So we did. That sounds sketchy, not for, you know, bad reasons. We just needed to leave, personal reasons. So we did, and the car was just sitting there, and I'm like, you know what? I took some photos of it when, like, I washed the outside of it, so let me list it, right? So we actually turned it into a rental car, and that rental car alone has made us $6,000, and now we're just planning to sell it for around 12. So overall, our $5,000 investment is going to be $17,000. So we profited $12,000. You know, we each take our share home. And yeah, you know, and that's from, so August, September, October, November, December. So within 4 months, $12,000 profit. That's $3,000 a month. See, for me, cars are more my specialty. Bikes can do decently well. There's not profit. Cars are very profitable. I've noticed KSL in Utah, Idaho area, those are the most profitable cars I've seen so far. Facebook Marketplace, I've looked in Texas. I've done one car in Texas, but not as, the deals aren't as good as up there. So, you know, that's just my top 5 things to buy, resell, and flip, and kind of a story behind it. As you guys know, it can clearly tell cars are kind of my main thing that I flip, that I have the most knowledge in. But the other stuff, again, it's great. It gave you a bunch of different price ranges, so I hope you try it out. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. It does help me out. And, you know, it puts a smile on my face. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great night. And peace out, guys.